What an interesting. Oh, here we go. Oh. Interesting author page. Well, here we go. Malice Aforethought is our next author. Looks like they actually have the SCP written down in per series, which is nice. I see that they wrote 2 for series 2. For series 3, this will be the first one we read from them. So the most recent one we read from them was 1917, which 1917. Oh, that's the bishop robot, right? Industrial Revelation. Yeah. The one where I accidentally swapped thumbnails and title by pure accident with like another robotic SCP that happened the same reading. I believe it happened the same reading, or at least, you know. Yeah, no, it should have happened the same reading. Otherwise, I wouldn't have gotten them confused. But yeah, that one was a really cool idea. So this person wrote. So here's interesting. It doesn't say SCP-2235. It says URA 9611. And I did notice that before, like last weekend when we were done with reading. I was like, oh, this is different. So URA 9611, the Ozymandias effect. Okay, here we looks like there is a extra page, which I'm not sure. Like, I mean, how it didn't say anything about it, but maybe we need to read it. I don't know. Okay, you're a 9611 collected documentation 12/6/1997. Summary: a collation of all collected documentation on unregistered anomaly 9611 gathered to record information about said anomaly without triggering its effects in order to better facilitate containment. Section 1. URA 9611 is currently self-contained due to its inherent anomalous property. In the event that additional anomalous properties manifest, the duty of containment is to be passed on to the Foundation's Counter-Conceptual Division. Research is currently headed by the O5, the only individual currently possessing level 5/2235 clearance, to the possible application in abstract weaponry and info hazard containment / elimination. To prevent the degradation of this document, a copy will be automatically forwarded to a researcher with level 4/2235 clearance every 3 months. They are then to proceed to memorize the document's contents, delete the original file, and rewrite it according to their understanding of the anomaly. An amnesiomemetic agent embedded in the text will then be triggered, removing any memory of the event. As means of compensation, a small sum will be delivered to the private Foundation accounts by an automated server on completion of these procedures. In the event that documentation for unregistered anomalies becomes standardized or formalized in such a way that it becomes easily accessible for all personnel, the second least ubiquitous format will be chosen instead, as the relevant researcher's discretion. Object affected by the URA-9611 believed to depict either subject 01/02 or 01/05. I don't know. Section 2. URA-9611, formerly SCP-2235, is a potent materialized info hazard. So it used to be SCP-2235. Okay, info hazard affected data about numerous historical figures. A hazard affecting information stored in physical formats rather than information present in your mind. Compare with immaterial info hazards, cognitive hazards, and anomalous memes. Any non-organic medium storing information about these individuals, termed Class 01 subjects for consistency, or URA 9611 will undergo a process of autonomous alterations and/or accelerated decay. The rate of decay for meta-information about the anomaly itself is much slower than that of Class 01 subjects, but should not be discounted as an obstruction to containment. Variations in time scale from several thousand years to mere seconds have been observed. I realize that this reading is going to be a bitch to make thumbnails for, by the way. Because there's a lot of like conceptual SCPs happening right now, not a lot of physical stuff. The rate at which this occurs is apparently proportional to three major factors. The availability of the information to a causal observer, documents or objects placed in public or otherwise well-traveled areas are most affected by a form of media simply being accessible to a large number of people is enough to exacerbate the effects. It is for this reason that only a small number of staff members will be assigned level 4/2235 clearance at any one time, chosen by a random number generator and a pool of acceptable candidates. Number 2, the clarity and accuracy of the information and the quantity of subjects with prior knowledge of the method of conveyance in controlled test languages with fewer than 1,000 native speakers worldwide show little to no degradation over a period of 10 hours. As did obscure narrative formats such as archaic stanza poetry, as such methods are unsuitable for main documentation of uncontained infohazardous anomalies. The largely unused URA format was chosen for record keeping. See section 1 for more details. And here we have the URA format. But yeah, like I said, I'm not sure if we're supposed to read this. But I don't think it's necessary, to be honest. I feel we understand. The predicted durability slash lifespan of the medium, the method by which this is determined is unknown. But materials such as stone and non-reactive metals show a rate of decay for exceeding that of, say, paper and canvas. As a corollary to this property, it is believed that the intention of successfully destroying the information in the near future is sufficient to halt or at least lessen the effect. Hence, of course, the protocol detailed on the section 1. What the fuck? Where did I get 11 from? So itchy for some reason. Okay, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna blow my nose. Alright, back. Sorry about that. Organic storage methods, in example, brain tissue do not decay in the same manner, but do experience selective retrograde amnesia, losing all direct memories of both URA 9611 and Class 1 subjects over the course of approximately 2 months, varying from person to person. The anomaly is currently believed to affect upwards of 24 Class 1 subjects, but the possibility remains that many more have at some point been eliminated from history entirely. Additional materials. The following is an abridged record of known Class 1 subjects. Due to the nature of URA 9611, a certain loss of clarity is to be expected. Name designation, subject 1/05, Thumptis. Chronological presence, 4th Dynasty Egypt, 2500 BC. Collected information: little to none. Known to have been a pharaoh and likely the child of Shepseskov and Kentkaus the first, seemingly the catalyst for several bloody wars, the details of which are unknown. Considered by modern sources to be either fictitious or usurper expunged from historical records. Mentioned in passing in certain fragmented tablets and carvings, multiple possible status, see attached image, have been uncovered with no conclusive links other than vague facial similarities and partially eroded hieroglyphics. Excavation of the supposed site of the tomb has yielded no conclusive results. Subject 1/7 Antigra, unknown, presumably extant in classical Greece, either a divine figure of unknown purpose or a minor ruler deified during the reign. Possible link to the Greek to copy. A single altar uncovered at a historical dig site and several pieces of mosaic. A temple ruin outside modern-day Athens is also notable, due to the complete lack of any text and an erosion of all humanoid figures. A figure matching 1/07's description is briefly alluded to in the works of a single Greek philosopher alongside a complex and empowering ritual. Subject 1/19 unknown name, most likely born between 1180 and (AD), died or similar some years later. Presumed male and known to be French by birth, suspected to have ruled some portion of Britain in the 13th century rather than Louis VIII of France, as is commonly attested. Reportedly a harsh ruler, all acts and laws passed by first 19th during the reign were spontaneously repealed in the decades following the death. Commemorated in a number of seals and artworks which either decayed or altered to display Louis VIII some months after discovery. Two written accounts of the ruler of Britain during this time found not to match Louis' established characteristics, speaking of a fondness for gambling and lust for unknown origin, corrupted, presumably glory, resemblance, or some similar term. Subject 1/? Alton, no known surname. Last known presence 1490. Breton, rumored to have attempted to colonize America shortly before Columbus. An unusually accurate navigator and reportedly in possession of several abnormal devices of unclear purpose. Conjectured to have been involved in a series of chrono-manipulative rituals of unknown strength. Unknown original records outside of this document lost. And then we have subject 1/5% null field error to present on. Okay. No, predictably enough, or attempt to document URA 9611/SCP-2235 resulted in a tangled mess of broken code and enough parsing errors to bring down the whole 2200 block. I don't have time to restructure the format. My memorization period is almost up apparently, so I'll leave it to the next 4/2235 researcher to sort it out. If you're reading this, that's you. I presume there is some kind of system going on here that analyzes issues with documentation, so it's likely not a coincidence I was picked from the pool. Or maybe it's just been bounced around for years until it reached someone with the necessary powers. Whatever the case, I clearly have a job to do, so I'm going to do it. Effective immediately, all references to subject 1-50 and the position they used to hold are to be expunged from Foundation records across the board. The current global find/replace passcode is whatever that. Oh my god. 2/tron.kl-ess number LE8S-OF sto 0 number N3 / that. Is that supposed to be percentage? No, I don't know. Just make sure to delete it after you're finished. This includes both past and present information, as well as anything that implies their existence. I'm not taking chances with someone that is high up in our system. The subject next of kin, if they have any, will be notified notified according to the standard procedures, and I have left a memorandum to mask it as a max-sec anti-memetic hazard breach. Hopefully one of the meme squad will sound the all clear, nobody will ask any difficult questions. Finally, I've taken the liberty of pushing the next rewire forward, so you'll be getting this pretty much as soon as I forget it. I know it's a hassle, but nothing here is ever a walk in the park. I don't know what the what 1 to 50 did, or what they hope to gain from it, but we got to prioritize sterilizing our database over keeping our staff members' record intact, no matter what high regard we hold them in. 12 is a much more pleasing number anyway. Dr. Percy Husel Reiser, Overseer Council, maintains the vision. Huh. Okay, I need to like look at something again. Yeah, but historical. Yeah, okay. Now, yeah. Has to look at that again. It does seem to like influence like what you basically is a potent material info hazard. Physical formats affecting data account normals. Any longer medium storing information about these individual forms will undergo a process of autonomous alteration. Yeah, so looks like a lot of like historical figures basically get like massively altered stories. All that is written down, which sounds very similar to it sounds similar to something that we had like a library that had like books that with the history of things being different in those than what actually happened. And just to be sure, we shall name this also URA. I hope you guys don't hear the motorcycles just like outside, just fucking revving it up non-stop. Changing the historical event to such extent that your own data log cannot keep up, and you have to cleanse it and reset even the staff members must be a headache for anybody involved. There we go. I wish Sif and I would be reading this together. Then we can actually talk about it. I don't have really much to say about this one, to be honest. It feels like a very much like another like changing of history type SCP. I do like that like the number description is different. I do like that. Makes it stand out, you know.